Hi everybody, foXnoMad here, and today I want to help you travel smarter by answering a question one of you left on a recent video I made showing you a zipper trick on how to thwart pickpockets. The question was, how can you protect your backpack from slash attacks where a thief uses a knife to cut through your bag and make a run for it? Usually these are quick grab attacks where the thief doesn't really care if you notice because by the time you react, they're already running away at full speed. There are a few ways you can deter a slash attack, but first let's talk about the tactic itself. First, slash attacks on backpacks aren't very common. There aren't many statistics on the specific ways people are pickpocketed, but anecdotally, the slash and grab is most common against bags with one strap. That's purses, belt packs, things where a knife cut immediately detaches the bag from your person. With a backpack, that's a lot harder to do, so one piece of advice right off the bat is to always wear your backpack with two straps on. And don't wear your backpack too loosely so you can feel if your bag is being tampered with a little bit better. So stopping right there, a slash and grab attack is usually an opportunistic attack where the attacker isn't using the knife as a weapon against you, but more just an opportunity to cut through your bag, grab your things or grab your bag and just run off as fast as possible. But if you do notice someone cutting through your backpack and turn around to see someone with a knife in your face, do the smart thing and give them what they want. That's a mugging situation. Don't be a hero and risk injury or worse for things that can be replaced. The goal of these tactics is to act as a deterrent so that hopefully a criminal will just focus on somebody else who looks like an easier mark, maybe somebody who's not as aware of their surroundings, or somebody with a looser backpack or a thinner backpack or something like that. But in the worst case scenario, if you do end up being targeted, hopefully these strategies will give you a little bit more awareness so that you can feel if somebody's messing with your backpack and turn around, and hopefully then the criminal will just run away and take off. A good backpack security strategy against slashing starts with the bag you choose. We're talking backpacks here specifically, and the materials can make a difference. Fabrics like nylon with a denier count, which measures the weight and thickness of individual threads, are very durable and would take much more effort to cut through. Bags like the GoRuck GR2, pretty much military-grade backpacks that are as tough as they come, are 1000 denier Cordura nylon blend. That's very thick, durable material that would take some effort to cut through, but it comes at a cost in weight. Nylon is heavier than other fabrics, and everyone doesn't need 1000D Cordura. The Air Travel Pack 2 I use, for example, is 1680D nylon, which isn't quite as heavy, but still pretty strong. Typically, backpacks that use nylon as their main exterior fabric also have strong straps themselves. More specifically, you want to look at where the backpack and the straps meet. High caliber bags tend to reinforce this weakest spot, which is good not only against slashing thefts, but also for the overall durability of a backpack, since this is where the strap meets the bag, and it's a part that gets a lot of use, movement, and wear over time. Also, the thicker the material used for the thinnest part of the backpack straps, the more resistant they'll be to cutting. Now I've talked a lot about nylon, but there are other fabrics which aren't quite as thick, but still give you good protection against someone trying to cut through your bag. Materials like polyester and sailcloth are lightweight and strong, especially if they have a cross stitch to them. You can see an example of cross stitching here. That gives the structure of the bag strength to carry your things and also be resistant to having holes poked in it from your gear through the inside, and on the outside can make cutting through a bit more time consuming. Those cross stitches also tend to keep rips and holes limited to a single spot, so a little cut doesn't run away into a full-on tear. When you're shopping for a new backpack and evaluating the exterior, cross-stitching is something to keep an eye out for. Now I can't talk about anti-theft, anti-slash backpacks without mentioning PackSafe, which is a company that's pretty much based their entire brand and line of backpacks on those two things. They make backpacks with all sorts of security features built into them, and over the last few years have done a better job of integrating that security with the actual usability of the backpack. Bags like the PackSafe LS450 I've reviewed have lockable zippers and straps you can loop around table legs. Nothing too uncommon, but most PackSafe bags also have an exomesh, essentially protecting your bag from the inside with an integrated steel cage built right into the backpack. That's a pretty extreme level of slash proofing, but it can be useful for overnight buses or trains when you might fall asleep on or near your bag and a thief might have more time to try and cut through it. So you've got your backpack straps, you've got the exterior material, and now there's one last entry point into the backpack that you need to protect. But you might not know that zippers are pretty easy to open up, even with a ballpoint pen. They do make double coil zippers to prevent stabbing through, but strong YKK zippers are also reasonably tamper resistant, at least enough to where you'd likely feel someone trying to jab through your backpack. So now you know what kind of backpack to use, but no matter what backpack you end up with, knowing how to use a backpack and using it properly can make a big difference into protecting it from a slash and grab attack. First, pack your most valuable items in the interior closest to your back. A lot of backpacks have multiple pockets, so don't use the outside facing ones for your wallet, phone, or other important items like a passport. For those valuable items when you're out and about, the safest place is either in your front pocket, back in a safe at the hotel, or high and inside your backpack as much as possible. Pockets on the top aren't as likely to get slashed and aren't easily accessible. A thief who's going to cut through your bag is either going to go for the strap or somewhere close to waist level down by your lower back. With your valuables deeper inside the bag, there's more material between a knife and your stuff. One thing I recommend as well is to keep your bigger valuables, like a camera, in a larger case when you're out and about. Even if a thief is able to cut a small hole in your bag, that case can act as another layer. Remember, these are opportunistic grabs, and often you just need the defenses to buy yourself enough time to notice and scare off a crook. You can also use a mesh laundry bag to carry your stuff in, which adds another layer, but mainly keeps your items bundled as a larger mass, preventing them from falling out from a smaller tear in a backpack. Lastly, when you're riding in a bus, metro, or train, don't keep your bag by your feet. That gives a thief a lot of time to attack your valuables without you noticing. Always keep your bag on your lap. It's inconvenient, heavy, but a lot more difficult for someone to tamper with. But back to the original threat model here. Like most pickpocketing security strategies, the goal here is to deter a thief from even targeting you and making them look elsewhere. A crook is not going to know whether or not you've got a slash-proof backpack. That's your last line of defense. Your first lines of defenses are being aware of your surroundings, having a good thick backpack, and also having it tightened so that you can feel any movement or anybody tampering with it, and organizing your valuables inside so that they are more difficult and there's more layers between a knife and your valuables, so it's harder for someone to get to them. And hopefully, if you do all of those things, you won't even have to deal with a slash attack in the first place. It's not a very common attack, and there's even a lengthy thread on the One Bag subreddit where out of 2,900 votes, only 100 or so had some experience with bag slashing. It's a very unscientific poll, but just reading through the comments, there weren't any recent stories of slashing, but a lot more common backpack pickpocketing experiences. Most modern backpacks are padded enough to make a slash attack with a knife less practical these days, but if it is something that you're concerned about or you're traveling to places where you want to be more secure, then hopefully this video gives you some options on how to protect your bag and your valuables from someone with a knife. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about backpack security, slash attacks, or just pickpocketing in general. Let me know down in the comments below, and while you're down there, hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'll have new videos for you every week, and I will see you in the next video.